sun-dappled meadow there lived a rabbit named Milkweed. He wasn't like the other rabbits who were content nibbling clover and twitching their noses. Milkweed dreamed of adventure, of being more than just another fluffy tail in the warren. His days were spent practicing heroic leaps and planning daring raids on Farmer McGregor's carrot patch, not for the food, but for the thrill. The elder rabbits would shake their heads. "Settle down, little one," they'd say. A rabbit's life is one of quiet joys, but Milkweed wanted more. He wanted to be a legend. One sweltering afternoon, chasing a particularly plump beetle near the edge of the woods, Milkweed stumbled upon a strange, twitching raccoon. It hissed and foamed, its eyes wild and unfocused. Curious, Milkweed hopped closer, ignoring the instinct screaming at him to flee. The raccoon lunged. Blur of claws and teeth. Milkweed was fast, but not fast enough. A sharp pain seared his leg before he scrambled away, his heart hammering against his ribs. Just licked his wound in the quiet of his burrow and told himself it was just a scratch. Battle scar for a future hero. Days turned into a week and a strange fire began to burn in Milkweed's veins. The world seemed too bright, the sounds too loud. The sweet taste of clover turned to ash in his mouth. Water, once a refreshing comfort, became terrifying. His friends grew concerned. "Milkweed, you look unwell," said a doe named Primrose. "Come rest with us." But their concern felt like a cage. The fire inside him demanded action, chaos, the whispers of heroism twisted into something dark and hungry. The transformation was swift. The friendly, adventurous gleam in Milkweed's eyes was replaced by a rabid, red-hot glare. He was no longer the dreamer of the warren, he was its nightmare. He burst from his burrow one evening, not with a heroic leap, but with a terrifying, guttural shriek that chilled the very air. He tore through the peaceful village, a furry demon under the moonlight. Flower beds were shredded, laundry lines were snapped, and the once brave village watch badger was sent fleeing with a nasty nip on his tail. Panic spread like wildfire. Doors were barred. Windows were shuttered. The name Milkweed, once spoken with fond amusement, was now whispered in fear. The village animals, terrified but determined, held a council. They knew they couldn't live in fear forever. An old wise owl proposed a plan, not of violence, but of compassion and containment. They worked together, weaving a strong net from sturdy vines and setting up a clever, gentle trap near the old well, baited with the scent of wild berries, a scent from Milkweed's happier days. That night, drawn by a phantom memory of sweetness, the tormented rabbit stumbled into the trap. There was no struggle, only a weak, tired trembling. He looked at the faces of his former friends, and for a fleeting moment, a flicker of the old Milkweed seemed to return. A flash of sadness in his maddened eyes. They couldn't cure him, but they didn't forsake him either. They built a safe, quiet enclosure far from the village, where he could live out his remaining days without harming himself or others. They left him food and fresh water, even though he wouldn't touch it. It was a sad end for a rabbit who dreamed of being a hero. His story became a cautionary tale, a somber reminder whispered to young kids about the dangers of recklessness, but also about the enduring power of a community that chose compassion over cruelty, even in the face of its greatest fear.